What's going on, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome into the show today as you're watching the Chiefs Sport by Chat Sports. My name is Jace Andrews, and we got a good show for you today previewing the Chiefs and the Bears as we're going to go through three parts. First one, we're going to take a deep dive into the Chicago Bears. Then I'm going to give you my keys to victory based off what we've talked about and the Chicago Bears, what they're good at, what they're not good at. Hint, there's a lot they're not good at. And then finally, I'm going to give you my score prediction for the Chiefs and the Bears game on Sunday at 3:25 kickoff, which we will be live for, so make sure you join us on our live watch party. We'll be going live about 45 minutes before kick, so around 2:40 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you join us, and yeah, let's get into it. But before we get to the deep dive of the Bears, I want you to start off without any knowledge, before we go into this, before we talk about what the Bears are good at, what the Chiefs are good at, before we talk about any of this, I want you to get in the comments and type KC if you think the Chiefs are going to win this game. If you think the Bears are going to win this game, I want you to type CHI. So if you got the Chiefs, again, type KC. If you got the Bears, type CHI. I want to see a lot of KCs because I would be quite honest with you. The Bears, they're struggling, and that's putting it lightly. They suck. They're very bad. They're not good at football, and that's just the way it is. It's tough, but that's how it goes, and I'm excited for the Chiefs to hopefully get I'm going to call it a tune-up game in some ways, and there's no reason that they can't do that against the Bears, especially when they're 12.5-point favorites at home. Now, the over-under being at 47.5 is quite interesting, but I think that the Chiefs could easily go in here and make this game kind of a, hey, we're a Chiefs. We are the Chiefs. We're coming in here. We're taking over, and we're going to be the guys to run the AFC and show an NFC team why the AFC is better. Let's start with this Bears dive in here as the Bears are 0-2. Mentioned they are not very good at football right now. Lost in week 1 to the Packers with Jordan Love. Lost this past week in week 2 to the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield with some rough play from Justin Fields. Coach Matt Eberflus is not the greatest at calling plays, it seems. As around the Chart Sports office, the Bears are one of the struggling teams in the entire National Football League. Now, they've scored 37 points, but they've given up 65 points. And let's just say that 65 points given up will hopefully be a lot higher after this weekend. All right, I need you to like the video if you want the Chiefs to beat the Bears, because it's a proven fact that if you like the video, well, then the Chiefs are going to play better on Sundays or Mondays or Thursdays, whenever they play. They're going to play better. So make sure you like this video, hit that little like button. Plus, it helps out the channel, and it helps out the Chiefs. All right, let's go a little bit more into this Bears team. Now, more on the yardage side of things, they've allowed 748 yards to their opponents, and they've given up the second most points per game in the NFL at 32.5. Now, the opponent's QBR, well, it's 118.3. That's insanely high. Insanely high. I don't really get it. And let's just kind of go back and take a look at last week, because last week was the epitome of Bears football. Justin Fields had 2 interceptions, and he looked bad. He looked terrible. There was multiple videos of him missing wide open wide receivers and instead taking sacks. Khalil Herbert has not been all that he has been planned out to be with 35 yards. Roshan Johnson has been the better back, in all honesty. DJ Moore, he had 104 yards last week, but goodness, he could be used a lot better. And Baker Mayfield, listen, he's a good quarterback, but that team putting up 27 points, I don't know about that. I don't know about that any days. That's just a tough way to go. And the Bears, well, I don't think that's going to get any easier for them with this Chiefs game. And I hope it doesn't get easier for them, because they need to get beat down. Now let's look at the key players on the Bears team. I mentioned 2 of them already, Justin Fields, DJ Moore. Well, there's also on the defensive side, TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds. Now, the only 2 of these 5 guys that you see that were on the team last year was Justin Fields and Cole Kmet. And guess what? Justin Fields, he hadn't been doing too well this year. 40 for 66, 427, 2 touchdowns, and the big thing, 3 interceptions. He's also fumbled the ball a couple times, but luckily for him at least, he's been able to get the ball back. Now, there are 2 question marks in terms of injuries. Now, first one is Darnell Mooney. You noticed he wasn't listed on the key players, and he wasn't on the stat sheet for last week. That's because he didn't play. He has a knee injury, and I think from what I'm hearing, He will be in line to play on Sunday against the Chiefs, but one guy who is not likely to play, that's going to be Eddie Jackson. You see Eddie Jackson, big guy coming in here, and he's probably not going to play with that shoulder injury. He's going to be a tough round for that safety. It's just, I don't really know if we're going to see Eddie Jackson, and that kind of helps with the Chiefs' offense is going to cause some move arounds in that safety position. So with that being said, with this defense not being the greatest, how many points do you expect from the Chiefs on Sunday? Because I'm leaning around the 30 to 38 points. I'm leaning to at least that because I don't understand how you could not put up more points than the Buccaneers or the Packers. Which the Buccaneers, they scored 27. So I'm thinking at least 27 points against the Bears. You're at home too. You're in Arrowhead. And that kind of leads me into the first little bit here as I want you to get in the chat and tell me those scores. But hammer the Bears defense in my first key to victory. We're going for my 4 keys here. And you got to hammer this Bears defense. You got to, because their defense is not good. And it's time for Mahomes to have a field day. He's kind of been kept in check in terms of necessarily getting the scoring going. Yardage-wise, well, he's been right on key with everything he's been doing. But he just got a payday. Let's go out there and use it for good. Don't be like Joe Burrow and all of a sudden suck. Get that payday and become even better. Now, the second key to victory I have is to feed off the Arrowhead crowd. You're at home. You lost the first home game, the season opener. Use this stadium. That's going to be packed just like this. Take it in. Use that energy and unleash it on the field. Unleash it on there because I know Arrowhead's going to be rocking. It's a 3:25 kick. It's a perfect time for families to go, for everybody to be there. It's going to be packed. Get in there. Go and use it to your advantage. Feed off the energy and really just start rocking the Bears. Now, going along with this, I want to know if you've ever attended a game at Arrowhead Stadium because for me, I've been to Arrowhead Stadium, but I've never actually attended a game there. So if you have, type me in the comment section down below. I want you, again, if you've been to a game at Arrowhead Stadium, then type me. Let's go to my third key to victory, and that's make Fields uncomfortable. It's no secret that Fields had a tough 2023 season to start in the first 2 games, and he has struggled mightily. His QBR sits at about 28.3. That's not good, along with the 3 interceptions he's put together. I mean, Justin Fields, it may be his last season in Chicago. Everybody was high on him. Last year, he was doing a lot in terms of fantasy points, but people now are waking up and realizing that overall, he's just not really a great quarterback. And with this, I'm going to use a little bit of fun. Make it unbearable for Fields. Gotcha. Make it unbearable for him because I know that this defensive line, who has been rather impressive with or without Chris Jones, doesn't matter. You get him on Sunday. I want them to be in the backfield every single snap. Chris Jones was winning basically every time off the ball. Get in there, make Fields uncomfortable. He's going to take sacks. We saw that last week against the Buccaneers, that he literally had 2 wide open receivers and could not find them because he is being collapsed in the pocket. Do the same thing this coming Sunday, and it's going to be an easy road to victory there. And then my fourth one, I want to change this to the fourth one. It's keys to victory. I want to make this keys to beatdown. Score early and often. Keys to beatdown, score early and often right here. Yeah, you got to be that to victory, but you need to beat these guys down. You got to tune up. I don't really like beating the Jaguars 17-9 or losing to the Lions 21-20. Go in there and show them who you are. Now, the offense this year, the yards, they're really on par. 715, 531 in the air with 191 on the ground, but 37 points. It's not exactly what I thought would be the exact ratio here, along with the turnover ratio at -2. Get some turnovers in there. Make sure you're really pounding home. Fields, he's known to fumble the ball. He's known to throw it into coverage. Get out there, take the ball away. In fact, honestly, if I'm the Chiefs, if I win the toss, I'm saying give me the dang ball, and I'm going to go score right away. Just put the Bears in their cage. Come on, put them back. They don't need to be at Arrowhead Stadium. Go down, take them out, and put them to bed. That's all you need to do, and boom, bingity bop, you get the win. You're 2-1. Here's my score prediction as we start to go into it. As, again, I want a beatdown. prefacing before I kind of put it up there. My score prediction today, 38-10. 38-10. That's what I think. That's what I think. Because honestly, if you score anything less than 25 points, I will be disappointed. Disappointed. You need to go in there. You need to put up some points. And on top of which, why not keep the Bears really, really tight with those points? I think 10 is all they're going to need. That's all they're going to get with the defense and the way they've been playing. 9 points to the Jaguars. Honestly, 10 may be a little too much. Now I'm thinking about it. You give 9 points to one of the best offensive teams in the AFC. You'd get one of the worst offensive teams in the NFC. Don't let them score a touchdown. With 3 field goals again, I'll take it. Well, there's my score prediction. Get in the comments and let me know yours. Predict the score versus the Bears, as the Chiefs and the Bears will kick off at 3:25 on Sunday. We're going to have a live watch party. Make sure you join us for this. But before that, get in the comments and let me know your score prediction. I'm going to come back. I'm going to look at them after the game, so make sure you get your score prediction in there. And who knows, you could be right. And we'll kind of respond to a bunch of those, see if you get it right. So get in the comments and predict the score for the Chiefs versus Bears games, and we will see you then.